Does Shohei really not care about money?
Such a question has been flying around news shows and online forums all across America. Even though he's reportedly earning close to $100 million just from off-field income this season, his everyday lifestyle is unbelievably humble. That alone is almost unheard of. But what shocked people even more was this. Shohei's contract includes an extraordinary clause that made many fans, and even industry experts, do a double take. The moment this detail became public, reactions exploded. Fans were stunned. Analysts started debating it. And the entire baseball world was left trying to wrap its head around what it really meant.
Thank you for being here. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe.
The man who walked away from $200 million.
The contract Shohei signed wasn't just big, it was one of the largest deals in MLB history. A 10-year, $700 million mega contract. But what truly pushed this story into unbelievable territory was this. He chose to defer about 97% of that money. From a normal economic perspective, choosing deferred payments with no interest is financially disadvantageous. In economics, the idea that money has time value is as basic as it gets. A dollar today is worth more than a dollar 10 years from now. With inflation, something that costs $10 today might cost $15 in 10 years, maybe $20 in 20 years. One American financial strategy consultant explained it bluntly. If you understand present value and future value, you'll see that this deferment is a massive loss for Ohtani. Based on my calculations, compared to receiving the money over a normal 10-year period, Ohtani is essentially losing $200 million. In other words, it's almost as if Shohei donated $200 million to the Dodgers. Once this unusual detail was revealed, American fans and media erupted. Does Ohtani really not care about money? No normal athlete would ever agree to this. Even experts began debating the decision. That's how unprecedented it was. So why did he choose this path? His own words, testimonies from those around him, and the cultural background he grew up with in Japan all offer important clues. His mother, Kyoko, once said this: Shohei doesn't like spending money on unnecessary things. Even with his New Year's gift money, if he didn't have any plans to use it, he would hand it to us and say, "Please hold this for me." And in the end, he'd only use it to buy baseball gear. He's simply not interested in anything outside of baseball. You can see a personality that treats money not as something to spend for pleasure, but as a tool, a way to reach a purpose. In fact, there was a time when Shohei made headlines for posting this on Instagram. I want to keep working hard, not just for the Dodgers, but for the entire baseball world, until the day I retire. By pushing most of his salary far into the future, he gave the Dodgers more short-term financial flexibility, more room to build the roster, strengthen the team, and stay competitive. One player's decision influenced the team's strategy, their ability to acquire top talent, and ultimately came back in the form of a World Series title. Beyond the obvious practical benefits, you can see something deeper, a mindset that invests in the team's future first. So, what do you think? If you're starting to feel like Ohtani operates on an entirely different level, hit that like button and let me know. In the world of sports, these kinds of non-monetary returns are anything but small. They can shape the foundation of a team that keeps winning for years. Of course, there are other completely logical explanations too. Tax advantages, long-term asset management, estate planning, or even a branding strategy aimed at maximizing his lifetime value. All of these could reasonably be part of the equation. But what Ohtani is showing the world is this simple truth. He doesn't put his own personal gain at the top of the priority list. That mindset flipped the usual expectations of the media and fans, sparked endless discussion, and honestly, moved a lot of people.
The gift that is Shohei Ohtani.
Everyone knows that Ohtani earns roughly $100 million in off-field income. What's truly remarkable, though, is how he uses it. He rarely spends money on himself, instead donating consistently to charities and even elementary schools in Japan. This commitment to giving back started long before he joined the Dodgers. A symbolic example comes from the 2021 All-Star Home Run Derby. The story widely reported is that Ohtani didn't pocket the $150,000 prize money he won. Instead, he split it evenly among about 30 behind-the-scenes staff members, about $5,000 each, simply to show appreciation for the people who support him day in and day out, with no expectations in return. What this demonstrates is that acts of goodwill aren't always flashy gestures. They can be small, thoughtful touches woven into everyday life that carry real power. Considering Ohtani's earnings at the time, this was by no means a trivial decision, and yet he chose to give without hesitation. However, local reporters have noted that Ohtani had decided from the start to donate the entire amount. Ohtani truly is a gift. Actions like these send a powerful, often unseen message to everyone around him. Not just to the players in the spotlight during games, but also to trainers, equipment managers, and PR staff, those working tirelessly behind the scenes. His awareness and appreciation for the people supporting him created warmth and a sense of unity within the organization. Another symbolic episode comes from the 2021 Players' Choice Awards. This award, voted on by fellow players, saw Ohtani take home both Player of the Year and the American League's Outstanding Player. The organization he chose to donate the prize money to was Miracles for Kids, a nonprofit supporting children with serious illnesses, returning glory received on the brightest stage to those in places where the spotlight rarely reaches. This choice reflects a consistent belief. He wants to make not just himself, but everyone around him better. Even more remarkable than the donations is how much Ohtani values creating experiences. In September 2018, before a game, Ohtani met a young boy on the field who relied on a wheelchair and a ventilator. The boy was a huge fan of Ohtani, and that day happened to be his 7th birthday. Visiting the stadium for the first time, he received a signed ball and said, "Thank you," in Japanese. That alone was an incredible gift. But Shohei Ohtani didn't stop there. In that very game, Ohtani hit a home run. For that boy, it must have been the greatest birthday present of his life. Whether by coincidence or not, everyone watching felt that swing was meant for the boy, and the story touched hearts all across America. What these moments show is that the value of giving goes far beyond money or material support. Meeting a hero, exchanging words, witnessing greatness firsthand. These experiences ignite a spark in children's hearts, giving them strength for the future. Ohtani's kindness isn't about flashy gestures. It's woven naturally into every action, and that's what makes it resonate so deeply with people. There's also a deeply touching story from Japan that reflects Ohtani's compassion. It's known as the Miracle Catch with Shohei Ohtani, a brief, magical moment when a tiny life and a superstar overlapped. The story is about a boy named Shohei Kawasaki, born in 2017. Even before he was born, doctors discovered a heart condition, and treatment began immediately after birth. His parents, hoping he would grow up strong like Ohtani, gave him the name Shohei. In Japan, organ donations for children are especially rare, making domestic transplants extremely difficult. As a result, Shohei's family had to look overseas for a transplant in a fully equipped hospital. This required chartered transport and extremely high medical costs. The family desperately raised funds, seeking support from anyone who could help. Meanwhile, Shohei spent his days waiting for the transplant, battling illness with remarkable courage. At one point, his parents reached out with a single wish. Please, even just send a message of support. Then, in January 2019, Ohtani visited the hospital in Osaka and met Shohei Kawasaki in person. Unlike sports headlines, this moment revealed the human kindness of a superstar. Though Ohtani was still recovering from Tommy John surgery, he gently held the little boy, who had a ventricular assist device. "Hi there, you're so warm," he said with a smile. Family members and medical staff in the room reportedly couldn't hold back tears. Shohei Kawasaki, who usually cried whenever someone outside his family held him, looked peaceful and calm in Ohtani's arms. Ohtani gave Shohei Kawasaki a ball with his name and autograph on it. When the boy lightly let go of it and Ohtani caught it, the room reportedly erupted in a warm, heartfelt cheer. Ohtani smiled and said, "Shall we play some baseball?" That simple, genuine moment, far warmer than any photo in the news, became an irreplaceable memory for the family. The impact of that brief interaction was enormous. Once covered by the media, support poured in from all over Japan, and the fundraising goal of $2.5 million was achieved. The actions of one player, Shohei Ohtani, moved the hearts of many to save a single child's life. Truly, it was nothing short of a miracle. Tragically, just 2 months later, Shohei Kawasaki's health rapidly declined, and he passed away before receiving the transplant. Later, his mother published a book titled The Miracle Catch, recounting the days they faced illness and the hope that that brief encounter with Ohtani brought to their family. A portion of the book's royalties was donated to other children fighting the same illness. Shohei's mother quietly said, "Shohei may have gone to the sky, but thanks to Ohtani, many people acted and lives were saved. We are truly grateful." Ohtani himself mentioned Shohei Kawasaki during a 2021 press conference in Japan. "If it encourages even one person to make a donation, I'd be happy." Those words surely left a lasting impression on many hearts. This kind of ongoing social contribution has also earned Ohtani recognition as a candidate for the Roberto Clemente Award, a prestigious honor in baseball given not just for performance, but for contributions to communities and society. Past recipients include stars like Clayton Kershaw and Aaron Judge. Ohtani has consistently prioritized effective support over flashy gestures, helping disaster-stricken areas, providing scholarships and supplies for children, and donating proceeds from picture books. While the media often highlights the staggering totals of his charitable giving, the greater significance lies in his willingness to reach out to those in need. Ohtani's actions go beyond mere good deeds. They inspire others to believe, "I can do something too." A simple act, like handing over a white, shining baseball, can spark a chain of generosity and support that ultimately saves lives. His encounter with Shohei Kawasaki stands as a symbol of that power. Shohei Ohtani's kindness is not measured by the amount of money, but by the quiet strength embedded in his everyday actions. His deeds create a ripple effect, inspiring others to help and spreading hope far beyond the baseball field. Shohei Ohtani himself is, in every sense, a true gift.
Thanks for watching all the way through. What did you think? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us as we continue to follow Shohei Ohtani's incredible journey. See you in the next one.